Hello, I'm Anthony David Hobbs, and this is my movie review of the 1959 film Some Like It Hot. And bear with me, this is going to be a bit difficult because this book is extremely heavy, yeah. You see it there? That's the movie poster, the Some Like It Hot. Then we have the 3 stars there, Marilyn Monroe, Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis. And there they are. Yes, a very iconic image there, and it was Marilyn Monroe's biggest hit, so yeah, that makes it all the more special, yeah. I've seen the film a couple of times, and yes, I loved it. It was really funny, yes. It still holds up even today. And, oof, yeah, this book is really heavy. And on the front cover of this book, it's movie icons, yeah. But there's a picture of Marilyn Monroe. Because you can't have a list of movie icons or not include Marilyn Monroe. There she is. She was like the definitive blonde bombshell, yeah. Okay. Marilyn Monroe, she was already a Hollywood icon in the 50s. Yeah, she was in How to Marry a Millionaire, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Niagara, The 7-Year Itch. Yeah, she was on an all-time high. She was the top film star. And the 50s was definitely her decade, yeah. And her biggest hit, Some Like It Hot, in 1959. So that's pretty cool, yeah. End the decade with a bang, yeah. Yeah, in the 50s, Marilyn Monroe, the most recognisable woman on the planet, yeah. And, okay, it's called Some Like It Hot. I assumed it was called that because Marilyn Monroe was so hot, but no, it's called that for a different reason. It's made in 1959, but the story takes place in 1929. And in those days, there was like classic music, then jazz music, and then pop music. So jazz music is like the missing link between classic and pop. Anyway, but not everyone approved of this jazz music. You know, some like the old-fashioned stuff, you know, the waltz and the foxtrot and all that. But, well, jazz is hot music. It's cool, you know. And Marilyn Monroe said, the character Marilyn Monroe plays, she says, well, some like it hot, you know. yeah. Meaning the music, that's why it's called that. But, you could say it's called Some Like It Hot for different reasons as well, you know. Some like, I don't know, experimenting with their identity and stuff, and because the story is about 2 men disguised as women. Now, I'll be honest. Normally, I don't like men in drag. I don't think it's very funny. There are, however, some exceptions. I just don't like it when they overdo it a lot, you know. But Some Like It Hot is an exception. Yes, it's a very funny story, and it all works. None of the gags are forced. You know, it all makes a good natural flow to the story. And Some Like It Hot, it's not a true story, no, but it's based on true accounts. Because, you see, in the opening sequence, or near the opening sequence, the Valentine's Day Massacre takes place. Now that is when Al Capone, who was like the most notorious gangster in the world, he tells some of his hooligans to meet some other goons from a rival gang for a truce. So no fighting, just a truce, just talking. And Al Capone's men kill all the other gang members in cold blood. And that's why it's called the Valentine's Day Massacre. Now, Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis, the two characters they play, accidentally witnessed this event. So then their lives are in danger. They're scheduled to be killed by the gangsters. So they're on the run, they run for it. And they're musicians, so they have to get a job in a jazz band. And to conceal their identities, they pretend to both be women. And yes, Tony Curtis does a very good job impersonating a lady's voice over the telephone. That was quite good. And yes, Tony Curtis was also a big film star in the 50s, yeah. And he did a lot of comedic stuff in the 50s. And then in the 60s, he started doing like more serious roles. You know, yeah, he liked the variety, playing different parts, yeah. And yes, every other time I saw Tony Curtis in an interview, they asked him questions about Marilyn Monroe. Yes, you've worked with Marilyn Monroe, what was that like, and all that. Now, technically, Marilyn Monroe isn't the lead character. She's like the 3rd lead. But she does have a heck of a lot of screen time in it, yeah. And, Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis, they play women. It's a matter of life and death, you know, to conceal their identities. They go in an all-girl jazz band because the manager doesn't want them getting up to any shenanigans, you know. Blissfully unaware 2 of the women are really men, yeah. In fact, there's a scene where, the thing I was saying before about getting confused with your identity. Jack Lemmon wants to try his luck with one of the beautiful women. You know, it's temptation, you know. But his friend says, just keep thinking in your head, you're a girl. You're a girl. So he does, yeah, keep thinking like that. And behave the same mannerisms as women do, you know. However, there's a scene much later in the story when Jack Lemmon, a rich old man, falls in love with him, thinking he's a woman, and he says to Tony Curtis, "Yes, we're going to get married. It's going to be great, yeah. And then we'll get divorced, and I'll get a massive chunk of his wealth. It's going to be fantastic, great." And his friend says, "No, you can't do that. It's not legal. You can't marry a man if he thinks you're a woman. No, he has a right to know that you're not a woman. It's not legal, you know." And he goes, "Oh, don't be silly. I'll get away with it. It'll be all right." Yeah. And then Tony Curtis says, "Look, just keep thinking in your head, you're a boy. You're a boy." Yeah, so, yes, lots of funny jokes, lots of funny gags, yeah. Marilyn Monroe's in her prime in the film. And, oh yes, I suppose I must say this. Okay, spoiler alert. At the end of the film, Tony Curtis and Marilyn Monroe eventually get it on. They fall in love. But the thing is, I was always told, you know, that if a man fancies a lady, he must never lie to her. He must always tell her the truth. Because all hell will break loose. She won't love you anymore if she finds that you were lying all along. But at the end of Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe, she finds out that he lied about being incredibly rich. He lied about this, that and the other. He lied about lots of things. But she still falls for him because she knows there was a reason why he lied. And she knows that deep down inside, he's a nice guy. And that the compliments he gave her, that was real. And yeah, all those nice things he said, and his love for her, that was real. That wasn't a lie. So in other words, she loves him because she knows deep down inside he's a good man. So it's what you like on the inside, not on the outside, that's important, yeah. And yes, he pretends to be an incredibly rich British tycoon, and she's looking for Mr. Right. She wants her perfect man, and he pretends he's head of Shell Oil, you know. And he also pretends that he can't respond to women. He can't fall in love. Some sort of psychological problem he has. It would have to take a really amazing woman to make me love again. And of course that makes Marilyn want him even more, yeah. Now you understand the significance of that song that she sings in a different part of the story. "I want to be loved by you, nobody else but you." Boop boopy doo, yes. Yes, I think that's one of the best songs Marilyn Monroe sang, yeah. And it's done in the style of the 20s, yeah. And at the end of the film, yes, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, very happy, falling in love. And then we cut to the mirror opposite of Jack Lemmon. He's decided he doesn't want to marry this bloke after all, you know, and he's trying desperately to get rid of him, saying things to put him off, yes. So what a contrast. We see pure love, and then a bloke trying desperately to get rid of someone. "Leave me alone, no, you don't do it for me, no." So yes, it has lots of laughs all the way through, yeah. And it's I mean, Marilyn Monroe, it showed she could really shine. She was a good actress. She was not just a pretty face, you know. Yeah, so she gave a really good performance, and after I saw Some Like It Hot, I got what all the fuss about Marilyn Monroe was, you know. Yeah. And yes, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon went on to do lots of other great films because of the success of Some Like It Hot. Well, Tony Curtis was famous already, but you know what I mean. Some Like It Hot made all three of them Hollywood icons, yeah. Okay, well, all that's left to say really is nobody said love's perfect. Yes, all kinds of shenanigans go wrong falling in love, but, well, Marilyn gets her man in the end. Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Anthony Hobbs, and I'm never bored.